Hello everyone, this is Grade 2, Module 7, Lesson 26 homework. The directions state, use the data in the table below to create a line plot and answer the questions. Plot only the lengths of the shoelaces given. So the table below describes the length and then the number of shoelaces. So I'm going to come down into my chart and I got to put a title in first. So my title will be the length of shoelaces in Mr. Henry's class. And there it is. And now I got to put some numbers on my number line here. And I got to get to 27 to 45. And I'm going to just put those numbers down. Again, we can put 0 in and do our little line break, which is a fun little symbol that cuts out all the numbers to what we need. Or I can just label in 27, 36, 38, 40, and 45. And now I'm just going to put some x's over top based on what I see here. So 27 is going to have 6 x's. 36 will have 10. 38 will have 9. 40 will have 3. And 45 will have 2. So there they are. And I put in these numbers for each of these lengths. And I also want to put in inches down here to show what the lengths are. So now, let's go down and let's answer some questions on this. A says, how many shoelaces were measured? Well, I'm going to either count all of the x's or add up here. And I would add, I'm going to do 6 and 10, which I know is 16. 9 and 3, which is 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'll bring out my 2 here to help me. I can add 12 and 2, so 12, 13, 14. And then I have 16 and 14. And I'll do it vertically just because I know 6 and 4 can be bundled to make a group of 10. And I'll put my 10 there, or I can put it up above the one on top here. And now I have 3 10s, so I have 30. B says, how many more shoelaces are 27 or 36 inches? So 27 or 36, and I say I have 16, than 40 or 45. 40 and 45. So I see I have 16, and 40 and 45, I have 3 and 2, which is 5. And it says how many more, and that key phrase there tells me I'm finding the difference, so I'm subtracting those out. So if I had 16, I'm going to take away 5 from it, and that'll leave me with 11. Now the last parts here, I have C, draw a conclusion as to why 0 students had 54-inch shoelaces. And my conclusion for that is because their shoes aren't long enough to require that length of shoelace. So I'll put that in. And there it is. 0 students had 54-inch shoelaces because their shoes aren't that big, so they don't require 54-inch. And then for the last one, for these data, a line plot or a table, circle 1, is easier to read. And for me, I feel like the table was a little bit easier to read because I can see the numbers there, and because my line plot had a lot of X's, so I would have had to count things, more or less because the length of the shoelaces are kind of spread out too far. So I'm going to circle the table, but maybe the line plot was easier for you to read. Just explain why. And there's no wrong answer for that one. Let's take a look at page 2. And a similar thing here. Use the data in the table provided to create a line plot and answer the questions. So the table below describes the length of crayons in centimeters in Miss Harrison's crayon box. So let's go down and let's see that we are going to start at 0. I'm going to do my fun little line break to get me to 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's in centimeters. So now let's put in our x's, and over 4, I'm going to do 4 of them. Over 5, I'll do 7. Over 6, I'll do 9. Over 7, I'll do 3. And over 8, I'll do 1. And now that I've gotten those in, I'm going to put in my title. And my title is going to be Crayon Lengths and Miss H. Miss H's. Because I don't have enough room to write the rest, but that kind of tells me what's going on. Now I got to answer the questions on it. How many crayons are in the box? Again, we can count up all of these X's, or we can add these numbers. That's going to be up to you to do. And then the last part, draw a conclusion as to why most of the crayons are 5 to 6 centimeters long. And that's up to you. I mean, I'm assuming that all the crayons started at the same length. So if we say that they all started at 8, why are the majority of them here? My conclusion to that is that the majority of the crayons are being used. Because whenever we draw with a crayon, it starts to get smaller because we're using it. So that could possibly be one of the conclusions that you would have, that we're using the crayons so they're getting shorter. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the rest of your homework.